That is so funny. Hello, guys. This is High Priestess Jamila. Whoever is listening, welcome. Um, I got a minute after doing like a whole bunch of stuff to finally come and discuss this. I wanted to answer the question, what qualifies High Priestess Jamila to teach you witchcraft? And well, let me give you a summary and then we'll go into detail. First of all, it's because I'm a witch, an authentic witch. Okay. That's first of all. And second of all, I have consistently faced a lot of adversity and diversity throughout the years, and I have consistently grown in my craft. So I know a lot about a lot of different situations. I have faced diversity, adversaries, misogyny, groups of witches, warlocks, and covens, or wannabe witches, warlocks, and covens. And I have been through a lot, and I have always managed to land on my feet because the spells and the rituals that I do for my survival works. So a lot of you guys, especially when you look at some of the things that I've dealt with, especially on this website, a lot of you guys are dealing with the same exact thing. And so it's definitely prepared me, but I think that it's time to move to the next level. When it comes to that, it shouldn't be something that should be ongoing. And it won't be ongoing. Maybe it'll be on for certain people that, want to take advantage or be exploitative. I am a African American. I have African American roots. And we all know that when it comes to even African American people, they try to exploit and screw over each other. And if it's a spell, if it's a ritual, we're going to know to do it. Okay. So when it comes to being an expert, when it comes to being an elder, when it comes to being somebody that has experience, and trust me, there have been times, and, I think that when you put a lot of pressure on a person, it can either crush them or turn them into a diamond. And I think that witchcraft is the most empowering thing ever. Okay. For a woman. And I have been through things that were supposed to destroy me. And it was nothing but skill, knowledge, and wisdom that got me through those things. I have been set up. I have been put down. I have been talked about. I mean, and honestly, those things to me, I think that if certain people had their stuff together, hurt people hurt people. And I think that if certain people had their stuff together, it wouldn't have been an ongoing long-term thing. Okay. And so, just like there's a ridiculous group of people. And it's, oh my goodness, there's a ridiculous group of people on this website that for some reason, and they've done it to other people. They do it to each other. It's so bizarre. I'm above those people in every way. you know, they have this thing about trying to get people evicted. I mean, it's even been points where they have contacted landlords. I know that when years ago, guys, when I moved to Kansas, they factually contacted my landlord. You know, for those of you that have been following me for a while, if y'all remember that little duplex that I lived in Kansas, I lived in two duplexes and one apartment in Kansas. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that that first house that I lived in, I actually vlogged the entire experience. And everybody saw how, I mean, that place was absolutely gorgeous. And I was not practicing the craft back then. When I was able to get away from family and get away from my mother and get away from negative people, you know, that's when everything came into full focus for me. And I don't know if y'all remember that place that had the automatic, like I just flipped the switch and my fireplace was on. You know, I think that it was people that were watching from the sidelines. And of course, I don't think, I know they were jealous because I ended up having to move out of that house when I was like 8 months pregnant with Jacob. I think I was about 7 months pregnant, 6 or 7 months pregnant with Jacob. This was 10 years ago. And this group of people, literally, they still don't have a life. They still don't have their lives together because back then they were doing the same thing. No growth, no nothing. Well, welcome to the club. Like all of y'all have people out there like that. All of you guys have that. By the way, a couple of the members of this so-called coven, one of them I've mentioned on this channel a couple of times in the past week, and she hates children. She's a sex worker over in California. She hates children. So that's why she targeted me. Okay. A lot of you guys are possibly having financial troubles. And I feel that America itself is having financial troubles because of this particular dead weight. I truly believe that. If you're somebody that's just going through something, if you're somebody that's just like trying to heal yourself because you dealt with somebody like that, you're not the dead weight. I'm talking about people that live in this country, hate this country, and are willing to tear up and destroy the country that they live in. Now, I'm black, y'all, but I've got good sense. So these are the people that I believe that people with that attitude is the reason why this country is going through a recession at this moment. I truly believe that because, you know, you can tell, you know, if they were on the same frequency as everybody else, there would be no struggle. But they want to destroy the system that they benefit from. It makes no sense. I could go deeper into that. But what qualifies me to teach you witchcraft is because I'm a witch and I know what I'm doing. That's what qualifies me because someone yesterday was hating on me. Um, like I was saying this morning, misogynistic men have no power and they are to be binded from doing any harm. They are, you know, and this is one of the reasons why this person, for some reason, it is a demon that pulses through this person's veins. I've got to control her. I've got to control her. I've got to control her. I don't know exactly who this person takes advice from, but I think that this type of behavior is what qualifies me as a witch, because most witches are not going to deal with this. And literally, he's been trying to destroy me for the past several years. And I'm like, that's what qualifies me to be a witch, is the fact that ain't no man gonna do nothing to harm me. Not no man, not no woman. Okay. And witches are pioneer women. And obviously a lot of you women are looking and y'all like, yep, that's exactly what Albert did to me. Yep, that's exactly what Tim did to me. Yep, that's exactly what Brian did to me. That's exactly what Brad did to me. I was doing fine by myself, and as soon as this man came into my life, he immediately began to try to tear me down and make me weak and destroy what I built by myself. It is disgusting. It is not the way that a man is supposed to operate. And men like that should never be supported. They need to be checked. And I don't care what anybody says, especially just on a side note for YouTube. Men like that have affected all of us. They've affected all of us. And you know what? The one thing that I am good at is defensive magic. And, it's kind of like a natural gift because I'm a Cancer. I'm very well known for reversals, for warding, as well as, because I'm going to tell you something, they have tried, all of y'all that's going through that gang stalking and them trying to do a smear campaign on you, they ain't nothing up against me. Because they have lied on me so much throughout the years. They didn't just start this crap. This has been going on for years, and I was able to literally clear away every single obstacle that they have thrown in front of me. So if you guys are dealing with something like that, I'm always here for you. Okay, and I'm here to teach you how to deal with that. Okay, you go through something like that, you don't say, oh, well, we just need to tear up the whole and destroy the whole system. The system is actually designed for women because of that, for that reason, because of the mishaps and the mistakes of a lot of these men. Women have been rising up. This is what y'all don't see, especially since that new abortion bill. Okay, women have been rising up, starting their own businesses, and these men, eunuchs, they're not actually men, they hate that. Why? Nobody will ever know. It's a specific percentage of the male population that are complete idiots. No one will ever know why, why they, well, what is the point? So I've dealt with that. Hello, Shamika. So just to let you guys know, every single time I come on here, when I do my Sabbaths, he's, him and his coven, why you would, like, you're gonna really, really, literally regret what you're doing. I can promise you that, and you already have found that out. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing will ever change. For some reason, when I'm over here doing my potions, when I'm doing my oils, when I'm just there fidgeting around constantly. So I am beyond even YouTube. Obviously, YouTube would not be the only platform. Obviously, I have created the security for myself. Okay. They even added new people to their coven to attack me. Okay. So not only that, I am qualified to teach you how to deal with coven attacks. Yes. Okay. Coincidentally, the male that I'm dealing with right now that has lost his mind in the past couple of weeks for some reason. Coincidentally, the male that I'm dealing with right now, he thinks that large groups of people have power. Okay, I've been knowing him in social media for the past 8 years. Okay, just met up with him 3 years ago. He feels that large groups of people have more power than one person. He thought that a group of 100 people were going to be able to destroy me. And I'm still trying to figure out, why is this man doing this? Why? It makes no sense. But that's what he's doing. So, yes, I am more than qualified. In fact, the person that he was talking about, she, because he was trying to discredit my teaching. She wasn't a student. Me and her had parted ways far before, her life went downhill. If, I could have basically showed her, she wouldn't be in the predicament that she's in now. She wouldn't be in social media being called a homeless drug addict if she were my student. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Be right back. It's not my fault. Okay. High Priestess Jamila does not have to continue to deal with people that are disrespectful to me. I don't have to continue to deal with that. That's not fair. Why should I have to deal with that negativity all the time? Also, another thing as far as the negativity and how it could possibly tear you down, I'm a very powerful teacher of healing. So a man like that really believes in his mind and heart that he's tearing down a woman, destroying her health and her youth and her vitality. And it'll never happen. Okay? Hello, Muppy Monkey. Hello. So it looks like I'm going to have a lot of time to accept some extra students because, I'd rather be alone than have a man like that in my life. I'm sorry. Um, I am managing doing my readings, doing the spiritual work for clients as well as students, and, as well as my home life. And, I've managed to balance that work life balance, like, just to let you guys know, because a lot of people say, how do you deal with it? It's one of those negative things that some people have to deal with. And what I do is, when I log off and I don't think about it. I don't sit and let it fester. Especially like when you're doing spiritual work, somebody do you wrong. If you got somebody throwing negative energy at you, you don't you channel, and you channel that energy through your work. So that, that's something that I do teach, because I believe that even this guy, if he would take 2 seconds to learn something from me, then maybe he could channel or either transmute his energy. All he knows how to do is degrade a woman, diss a woman, diss a woman. And this is sad. This is sad that he's like that. I just don't understand it. But in the meantime, I am more than qualified, more than legitimate, more than I'm very authentic. And you guys will learn a lot from me. Now, what I cannot do is force a man. I can't force, like, the things like I deal with clients and they're men. None of the clients. So his basis is making him not be who he is. You realize that there may be some clients that I've had that may have dealt with men like him. They probably have moved. Nobody's coming to actually do work on a man like that. They're trying to cut the cords and, just banish their energy. Okay. Um, but a lot of you guys, when I'm working on your men, none of them are like him. Okay. You may be trying to deal with an issue of possible cheating, or, internet porn, or, Maybe the marriage may be getting ready to fall apart. You know, but somebody that has a will to actually be pathetic enough to be trying to tear down and destroy a woman, no woman ever comes to me. So I can't change him. That's him in the chat. No, hun, my rent was paid by my clients that came to me, hun. Thank you and goodbye. My bills are paid from my client. You see, you saw him? Ain't isn't he a sad case? He's very, very sad. That was him trolling. Literally out of the blue, this man just all of a sudden just, you know, and his basis of his behavior is I won't let her control me. Well, you need to let somebody with good sense control you because I'm not seeing you doing anything that's impressing anybody. Yeah. It's totally ridiculous because he know, you know, the thing of it is that he doesn't want to admit that I can support myself. And let me just tell y'all something. If I ever went through any financial issue, it would be for two reasons. It would either be because right now, because of our sluggish economy, or, and they know that the economy is sluggish, they realize that, you know, pagan holidays like, you know, Yule, and so they're trying to purposely make it sluggish. Why? I don't know. But if I ever had any financial issue, it would either because of that or his things that he does. Okay, it might make me struggle a little bit, you know, and that's okay though, because I'm always coming up with ways. I'm always coming up with ways at the last minute. He wanted to purposely create obstacles for me. What a jackass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what is wrong with you? It's ridiculous and it's stupid, you know? No, I didn't. And stay out of my chat room. You're a clout chaser. You're a backbiter. Goodbye. No, I didn't. Did you apply for Georgia rental assistance? You know, I'm sorry. I don't hang around. I'm sorry. I don't. The crazy part about it is that this man claims that he's a wealthy man, but he hangs around a bunch of people that all they talk about is welfare and poverty. That's all they talk about is poverty. I applied for Medicaid and got turned down because I was above the income limit. Is that what you're talking about? You're talking about the fact that because I put a video up on my other channel. I'm no longer communicating with you people. They're backbiters. They are so pathetic. That's all they do is stalk people. You being a stalker means nothing to nobody. Now, what I don't want to do, because I feel that they're trying to constantly make me prove something. What has to happen? Does this man have to die? Does somebody have to die for me to prove my power? Like, no, thank you. I don't want anything to do with that. So stop trying to be a part of my channel. Stop trying to put your name out there through my channel. None of my clients want to deal with any of you people. None of my clients care about you people. In fact, my clients recognize people like you and they're looking for assistance with people like you. They're looking for help to deal with ignorant people like you. So you're not impressing anybody except for these few people that are within your group. Okay. Right. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And you know, we all know that because he's done a lot, you know. He dropped revenge porn on me 2 years ago. Did I apply for rental assistance then, hun? Nobody's falling for your crap. We live in a broken world where men fear women and they resent them. Exactly. The hatred towards women is sad and so completely unnecessary. They will attempt to destroy anything feminine. Sad, yeah. And mainly it's because of their honorary mothers. Mainly because of that. They're not going to talk about their mothers because they want to front like their lives were perfect. But we all know that their mothers were a huge problem. It was their mamas. Trust me. Trust me. Okay. It was mama. Mama hurt them in some kind of way. It was their mama. Trust me. That's why they hate women. Okay. Their mothers was not a divine feminine. And so not only did their mothers abuse them, but they're also jealous. They're jealous of you, but they are still in support of their mother, still subservient to their mother, and they will torture any woman in their lives in support of their mothers. Right, exactly. Like oh, trust me, I won't. I don't understand why this man tried to use these stupid, childish, immature tactics to try to discredit me. But I am a normal person that goes through I mean, I do know spells, and trust me, if I were being evicted, let me tell you what I would do. I would do a court case. I would do money workings. I would do reversals because clearly, if you are under eviction, let me tell y'all about that, especially you guys that are entrepreneurs. If you are ever at risk of eviction and you live under a rental, there's three things that you need to check. You need to protect yourself from the landlord or the owner's energy. Okay. That's the first thing you need to do. If you've been filed on eviction or if you feel like you can't pay your rent, obviously you would need to do a reversal. Okay. If somebody is at risk for eviction, that means that somebody put some kind of curse on you so that it would create legal problems. And eviction is a legal problem. Okay. Then you need to do some money unblocking, and that money will come in and you'll have that rent paid. So that's not that big of a deal to me. If I were ever at risk or if my rent was late, and yeah, my rent has been late before. Look at the economy that we're dealing with. Look at the world. Look at what I'm dealing with. But I'll never be evicted, and like this man is so hateful. He actually went live once and said, "Oh, I can't wait to just see you out on the corner. Like, you're sick and you need help." Because that's probably what he does. He probably drives around the streets of Georgia looking for homeless women and picking them up off of corners. This that I swear to you, it's disgusting. And for some reason, that in itself, he's a bottom feeder. That within itself makes you feel like a man. You can't handle a woman that like what does that say about you? So it's ridiculous and it doesn't represent me. It doesn't represent my company. It doesn't represent me as a woman. And I think that men should be more so, I don't know, proud of a woman that's able to do for herself. Why do they even care? Again, it's the women that are around them. And then plus another thing on a personal note, side note, his baby mama probably would like to see me get evicted because she thinks that if I get evicted, it'll stop her man from trying to sleep with me or something, which trust me, he'll get stopped at the door. So that's probably that kind of crap going on too, which I totally have nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. So, it's definitely some personal stuff that keeps being bought to YouTube that makes no sense. These people will regret. Trust me, because I don't just heal people. I don't just uncross people. I don't just do love and money work. I do curses as well, and they know I do. They know I do. So you try to continuously be an obstacle and irritate me and try to make me look bad. Trust and believe that them curses are going to work. I'm not afraid of you threatening me. I don't care if you know where I live, hon. You will completely be subdued. And that's the reality of it. So I don't even know why this man keeps trying to fight with me. I don't get it. I don't get it. It is futile. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You know what, Papa Leg, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Papa Legba, and I know a lot of people, I'm sorry, please don't think that this is insulting. His energy reminds me a lot of Lucifer. I know a lot of people might get irritated with that, and I'm sorry. But I think that the energies are very similar because he is very, Papa Legba is good, especially when you're dealing with a black male that is on the attack. I personally feel that a lot of you black women that are dealing with this, especially if you're dealing with a black male that is using Christian magic on you, I personally think that it is also beneficial to you to go to Lucifer. And and it just is what it is. I swear to you. Okay. So a lot of y'all are thinking, I can't do that. And, but Papa Legba's energy does remind me of Lucifer a lot, as well as Shango. Okay. So, yeah. I don't go to Papa Legba. Papa Legba comes to me, though. Like, he'll just come to me. And he comes to me quite often, coincidentally, when I'm dealing with this dude, when I'm dealing with this man that just won't stop. He just doesn't stop. Like, we're going on 10 years here and he just will not stop. So, yeah. Yeah, I definitely, Papa Leg, but definitely is connected to the underworld. Absolutely. Yep. And he'll definitely help you with those situations. Okay. All right, guys, I've got to go. I know I've been kind of in and out lately. That's because I've been doing readings. Okay. So I've got a reading to get to. Okay. But yes, I do offer classes. I don't know why, for some reason, I personally have an opinion that black men on here, since for some reason they think that taking a woman into some kind of weird bondage and causing her to be po, which like that. Only thing I can say is that they got to be possessed by something. It's got to be some kind of spirit possession that they're under to make them act and look so stupid. To me, that just looks stupid. It does. It doesn't make them look powerful. It just makes them look completely stupid. Okay. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much what we're dealing with here. With some of them, and and they, they're constantly talking about this and about that. And they couldn't. Thing that I like about YouTube is that YouTube reports what they don't report in the news. Do y'all know the epidemic of black men killing black women? Like, I never would have thought that I would have saw the day. They are killing black women in droves, especially over there in New York. Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't do nothing but be strong. Cause to me, it's like they're the buzzing of flies around me. Trust me. It's not that I'm eager to, I don't have to be humble. Humble for what? I can be humble before my King Lucifer. I can be humble before him and the deities and the goddesses and the spirits that I work with, but I'm not going to be humble to that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely staying strong. Absolutely. And, I ain't in my feelings with it either, because again, my presence here was not for personal emotional reasons. And a lot of them are in their feelings and very emotionally upset, which has nothing to do with me. They need to check their moon. They need to look at their moon sign. They need to look at their relationship with their mamas and see what's going on with that. Because it's not my fault. Okay. So anyway, y'all have a good one. I will catch y'all at a later time. I have a lot to do today and I'm kind of running behind a little bit. So I'll check y'all later. Okay. Blessings.